All right. Hey, what's up, guys? David Labby here with Big Man Fitness. It is April 19th. Today's day 46. This is the exact midway point of my journey for the 13-week experiment. Exactly half. So it's Wednesday. And I'm really excited. I'm going to be taking my measurements later with my wife, of course. I'm always using my wife for this. She's like, don't get me wrong, she's really happy to help me out and everything. But like, honey, we need to take my measurements, and she's like, I know. It's nothing. It's funny. She just likes to joke with me. But also I mess with her a lot, so it's fair. But, all right, so I'm going to get on the scale. I'm going to put you down for a second. So that way, because my phone actually weighs like 0.3 to point. It's almost like a full half a pound. So I just wanted to show you real quick. 308.8. I do have a picture of it. But so I went up. I've been eating a lot more protein. Sunday was Easter Sunday. And I know that I ate a ton of food. I ate a good amount of food yesterday. I've been staying within. I was a little bit higher on the caloric intake, but I've been eating good food. So like I've had broccoli, I've had spinach, mushrooms, summer squash, cauliflower, garlic. Salmon. The proteins I've had: salmon, bacon. I was finally able to have bacon. Oh God, was that good? Oh, I missed bacon, man. That was crazy. This week is pork. I've had pork tenderloin and pork spare ribs, salmon were a few of my things, and also finally, I was able to introduce. I'm on ketosis, but pork rinds. So that. Super exciting. I'm not going to make this video long. I just wanted to kind of explain a few things so that way I know that I have a lot of food in my gastrointestinal system. Water weight, you have, when you're drinking water all the time, that adds weight. I'm not really worried about it going up because my pants still fit, my pants fit better than they have. I'm on the 4th notch of my belt still, and I'm in a size 2XL t-shirt now. I'm in a 2XL. That's crazy. And also, there's a lot of things, I'm getting more definition of my arms, my forearms, my arms. I mean, I'm not unhappy with that. Because I'm increasing the intensity of my workouts. I don't know if I should say intensity. Intensity is not the right word. I'm increasing the volume of my workout. I know that with more repetitions, you get more. You tear the microfibers of the muscle more and more. I know that I am building muscle. But remember that there's technically, I was actually just having a conversation with a colleague of mine. So I'm now getting involved in more groups. I'm also getting involved with more people, and something kind of struck me, because we see the adipose tissue. Adipose tissue is fat. We see our fat, right? So I know that I got some fat on my chest, my stomach. Sorry guys. But my thighs. You have adipose tissue on your organs. And that actually amounts for a lot of the problems. And also a lot of the weight that you can't account for. So, there's our fat that we see that is connected to our skin, but that's not the only. Our skin is the largest organ that we have. Your skin is an organ. medically speaking, right? Everything else that you have. So the next one's the liver. Then then there's the kidneys, and but you have fat on your organs. I was having a hard time doing sit-ups at the very beginning and doing crunches and ab work. And I was thinking about my stomach fat. And then later on, it occurred to me, you have fat in your organs. And having a fatty liver is also a huge, and I'm only saying this real quick because it's kind of important. Losing fat, being in ketosis and losing fat inside of your body, inside of your system, is crucial to improving your health. Losing fat around your stomach, I mean, don't get me wrong, losing fat in general is helpful. But, and it's important to have some fat around your organs for protective reasons, for insulation reasons. There's a ton of things that go into it for energy and also but it's the excess of fat around these organs that cause major problems. As a matter of fact, I was just reading a study the other day that they think that fat surrounding the organs causes some sort of restricted blood flow and might be a primary reason for many different diseases that afflict us, such as type 2 diabetes, which is something that I am currently struggling with. But I'm managing it through what I'm doing. I'm not... I say struggle. It was something that really concerned me, because when the doctor says that you're diabetic and we need to put you on medication, my father was on medication, and I know that that's a huge issue. As soon as you start taking the medication, it's a foreign substance to your body. It's yes, there are certain chemicals that are good for your body that help with certain processes, but there's always some sort of side effect, always. And I would rather use food as my medicine. I would rather use food and understanding of the human body to hack my system and also maintain a better weight than ever go on medication. Taking insulin, they did not ask me to take insulin, but that's the next step, right? Some of these diets that they see out there are absolutely insane that the doctors recommend. Doctors are recommending these crazy carbohydrate diets, and they're smashing the ketogenic diet to bits, saying talking about ketoacidosis, which is completely different than ketosis. Ketoacidosis is the production of ketones in a system that is full of glucose. It causes hormonal imbalances. It's when you're diabetic and your pancreas can't handle things. And also there's an imbalance of hormones with the gallbladder. There's a lot to it. And I honestly, and I'm going to be the first one, I don't know everything. I don't. But I understand more than what I used to. And I understand more now because my father was a diabetic. I took care of his medications. I helped him. I had to. It's my father. I loved him. I had to make sure that he was okay. And I had to know what to do if there was ever a problem. I had to know what was hypoglycemic. I had to know what it would do when he was hyperglycemic. You know? So understanding the processes of the body, endocrinology is the study of human hormones and how they interact with the body and what they do, right? Look into it. I'm not a doctor. I'm the first one to say that, right? Some people that I've spoken with that have asked me questions, they have a million excuses in the world. no matter what, there is a way for you to use ketosis to help you, if it is something that your body can handle, and if you do it appropriately. If you go, there was this woman, oh my God, there was this woman in one of my groups that I was, and it wasn't my group, it was another group, but that I'm a part of. But she said that she stopped eating carbohydrates altogether all at once. And she's a type 1 diabetic, meaning that she needs insulin. She was still taking her insulin, right? Stopped eating glucose and ended up in the ICU. Yeah, you cut cold turkey. Are you crazy? Like, your body can only handle so much, especially if you're at a certain level. She was morbidly obese, and guys, this isn't me being judgmental in a hateful sort of way. This is me being honest. I'm morbidly obese still. I'm 308 pounds, right? So when I say obese, that isn't a mean word. That's a factual word. We've gotten away from being honest with each other, and I think that there's a purity in truth. When you're honest with yourself, you're able to take that. I knew that I was fat. I knew that I was ugly, in the sense that I wasn't happy with myself. And I knew that I was in detriment of my health and my family. Let's just be honest. So this woman, I tried telling her, because she was saying, and then I was telling her, like, because I was talking to her about electrolytes, and there was a bunch of other people chiming in, and she was like, this way of life just isn't for me. I can't do it. Okay, that is your choice. That's absolutely fine. You need to find what's healthy for you. And carbs are not the enemy. Like, there's some ketogenic groups that are, and some ketosis gurus that are like, sugar is the devil. When you're morbidly, okay, when you're healthy and like you're athletic and, and you're eating a balanced diet, and I honestly think that a balanced diet is much different than what the FDA regulations are. This whole pyramid crap, and I've seen Keto Dad. I want to, if you ever watch this, Keto Dad, you're funny. You're funny. You're awesome. I definitely enjoy your videos, but carbs aren't the devil. It's the excess of carbs. It's the excess of anything. The extreme excess, because your body can process a certain amount of stuff. It's tiring holding this camera up sometimes. It's an extreme excess of anything, in the extreme, consistently excess. Because your body can process things, okay, fine, but if you keep on, it's like dumping a bag of sand in a river, right? You dump one bag of sand, in an hour, so that's equivalent to a day of eating like sugar or something like that, right? Your body can process it, but you keep on going back, and then you suddenly start dumping another bag of sand and another bag of sand and another bag of sand and another bag of sand, and it can't flush it through properly. It doesn't have enough stuff to really like work it, and then other things start, it gets dammed up and there's chaos everywhere. Weird analogy maybe, but it kind of works if you're following and understand. This is, you can't go crazy all the time. When it comes to ketosis, you cannot have sugar like at all. Low carb and ketosis, there's the next step up, low carb, which is something that I'm going to be doing in my third phase. I'm staying in ketosis for phase 2. I'm still planning out phase 3. But yeah, that's pretty much where I stand, guys. I just wanted to let you know what was going on with this, and then I ended up on one of my tirades again. I'm a ranter, I know. I need to get more structured in my videos. I know I do. And that's just me being very honest. But I just want to give you guys so much information. I mean, like, this is 10 years of knowledge that I want to just throw out there and just be like, listen, I know who you are. I know that you're tired. I know that you're hurting. I know that you're sad and that you're angry and you're frustrated. But there is a way, and there is a way without killing yourself. You know, I've done the struggle where through sheer will and determination, I got down to, to 330, 325 pounds. And then I stopped and I ballooned up because I just kept on binge eating, and, some, crazy things happened in my life. And I didn't have proper coping mechanisms. So I turned to food. The way that I used to be is I would never talk about my feelings. It's kind of weird that I share with you guys so much because I never talk about my feelings. I'm working on that because you need to be in I truly believe I have to practice what I preached, because something that I've said for a long time is you have to be in tune with the truth in order to be able to push forward properly. To acknowledge it. You don't have to feed the fire. If you're upset, you're sad, you're angry, but you do have to acknowledge it. And sometimes talking it out, acknowledging your feelings is extremely important. It's one of the things about weight loss that not many people talk about. And I want to make sure that you guys know, if you're watching this, don't talk to everybody, but pick 3 people. 3. So 3. There we go. A lot of people like to count like this. 3. Have 3 people that you can count on. I have my wife. I have my best friends. I have a few people that I know that I can count on no matter what, that I can share anything with them. I can bare my soul and they will not judge me. Or at least not judge me harshly. Because that's the truth. No matter what, no matter what, everyone's going to judge you no matter what, in some form. That's something that you have to understand, is that by nature, we compare ourselves with others, even when they talk to us. And no matter what, even me, when I go into it from a non-judgmental point of view, it still happens. There's some form of comparison made, right? And it's the best counselors that are able to really push that aside. I used to counsel young teens with autism, and it was one of the most beneficial and most rewarding experiences of my life. And I loved it. I still love it. But that's not the path that I'm on right now. I'm helping others at this time. And it was definitely a progression in my journey. So anyway, I know I'm giving out tidbits about myself and about my life and my experience, and I'm probably screwing up the camera angles like crazy, but I really don't care at the moment. Not that I don't care in general. I just, it's camera angles are not the most important thing. My most important thing about this is getting the message out that you can do this, and it's a process. There's a lot to the tinkering with the machine. Diet, exercise, emotional control, food intake, supplement intake, understanding timing. If you're interested in intermittent fasting, understanding what BCAAs are, understanding what MC what medium chain medium chain triglycerides are, MCTs. All these are extremely important to know and to manage, But once you start tinkering with each aspect, some people say that you need to focus on just one thing. Yes. Start with one small thing each day. And if it's easier for you, start with that for a week. My first thing that I would say, drink a cup of water in the morning. Drink 16 ounces of water as soon as, pretty much as soon as you wake up, take your vitamins and drink a glass of water. That replenishes your system. It rehydrates everything. Water lubricates everything inside of us. The next thing I would say is electrolytes, but that's for another time. But just drink extra water. Drink at least a gallon a day. Start off with just an extra cup in the morning. Make sure that you're drinking a glass with every meal. If you drink a 16-ounce glass in the morning and a 16-ounce glass at night, and one with every single meal, right? You're already more than halfway there, right? So yeah, that would be 5. So you would be more than halfway there. Wow, math. So anyway, guys, just remember, be informed, stay motivated, live big. Hurrah.